There were calls to address Ireland's obesity epidemic as a matter of urgency today. Representatives of the television programme Operation Transformation went before the Health Committee to discuss how to tackle the problem. Obesity levels are currently at their highest in this country, and today the Health Committee was told the problem could be solved through a 7-point plan.
We are recommending that children are weighed at least once every year at school.
If we can get children moving at a primary level, chances are they will stay healthy, active and fit.
Each checkout to be switched from sweets to fruit.
We believe that food education should become part of a school education.
Points for fitness is something that we believe is a key, simple, effective message.
We need legislation that tells food chains how they should display their calories.
More effort needs to be made to get patients to lose weight and improve their health without the need for medication.
Childhood obesity, as well as the pressure that the epidemic is having on the health budget, was discussed.
Not everybody is going to be an Éireann Coughlin. You know, that's the reality. But what we need is fitness. But the emphasis always in Ireland is about competitiveness, and that is a problem. The second thing I'll say about education system, I, again, as a mother of a young daughter, as a punishment, if you misbehave in school, you are told to sit out from PE. Now, what kind of a message is that sending to our children?
Well, OK, where does physical well-being of the children who are going to school sit in terms of priorities? At the top. So why isn't physical education taken seriously in schools? It's not really taken serious in schools.
The knowledge isn't there in terms of what is healthy and what isn't healthy on a school level, on a family level. Across the board, there's a massive lack of education and lack of knowledge.
The obesity problem in this country is costing the health sector alone €5,700 every single minute of every single day. There is plenty of money there that can be shaved off that and put in to other elements of the health sector.
The most extraordinary example of muddled health economics is going on right now. It can take 6 years to get bariatric weight reduction surgery in this country right now. The waiting lists to see somebody in the obesity clinic, and then the waiting list if you, after that clinic consultation, are recommended for surgery, the aggregate of that wait can be 6 to 7 years.
I would actually be ashamed of that. If a country has a very long bariatric surgery queue, it's a sign of a very sick society. We shouldn't even get that far, because that means that we are again treating the symptom and not the cause. And that is not a solution. Absolutely not. We should start well before that. And it comes down to the education, because all of you have agreed that the starting point has to be at home with parents. But again, if the parents don't know how to educate, they don't have the knowledge, they need to be given the tools to educate. And that's where it starts from.
The introduction of legislation around the matter was questioned.
We're going to have to not only give lip service to here, and we're going to have to look at what it is we can do. And it's not only in terms of encouragement, though that's hugely important, it's to explore what legislative changes might be necessary, and that's going to take more than just this committee. It will take an across-the-board holistic address. The Department of Health, the Department of Education, Safe Food, who have an important role to play, and the HSE.
We're asking you to change, to make the change, so that people have better choices when they come to the point of sale. 20 years ago, if we were sitting in this room, people could be smoking, but change happened, and that change. So now people know it's not the norm to smoke. What we want to do is create new norms in our society.
Some of the participants of Operation Transformation gave their views on the matter at today's meeting.
You seen from the video, it's all fun and games when I tried to cook, and it's hilarious to watch. But the harsh reality of it is I hadn't a clue how to cook. I went from my mother cooking to getting married to my wife cooking, but when it was all placed in front of me and asked to do it myself, I couldn't do it. Where we need to go from now is to the next step. We've presented you with a plan, and like Carl said, we'd love to see 1, 2, 3 parts of that plan enforced by the end of the year. I think it needs to be enforced, and I just hope that you have the power to do something about it.
Thank you.
And the first action by the committee to introduce one of the 7 steps.
The restaurant here has, as a consequence of the politicians being on the programme a couple of years ago, an Operation Transformation option on the menu. So if the meeting is agreed, we'll write to the House Services Committee to maybe look at the possibility in the medium to long term of having a calorie content on the menu, if that's agreed? Okay, Margaret.